Right.
So this compound to the kind of global sadness and the fear and the problem and unhappiness we're having today.
You got your thoughts on that, Daniel Momo?
Yes. First, is to say that the much that has been propagated to have been put forward is really not enough. If we're having more sad persons around the world, it is not to jubilate whether we are part of it or we are not part of it. But mystery itself, disappointment by government, by people who in the first place are supposed to protect you, and you are not getting that protection. A cousin of mine in Edo State is currently in Italy. The day he was leaving, he told his parents that because they go through this Libya and then through the waters and all these things that people have died. He said, if I die, I die. That what good is it that he's even in Edo State? What will the future hold for him tomorrow? So when you have the fact that even you know that your goals cannot even be achieved under these kind of circumstances, like we wake up now here, 70 people were killed by bandits, 9 people were killed, and then the same person who was supposed to stand up for your sake, who was supposed to protect you, would either look away or do nothing. And so you see, these are some of the things that would cause, look at the refugee crisis. Now even world leaders now have something we call alternative truth. Truth is supposed to be truth. What is the alternative to the truth again? Is to bend truth upside down. And now we are living. I watched a video about the protection in the border of US. See how they are handling women and children by forces. Where is the United Nations? No wonder fella said, what is united even in the United Nations? So you look at some of these issues and you begin to wonder, where lies my future? Where lies my security? Where lies my protection? Do I now go to bed as a happier person than I went yesterday? So, you in all of this, there's nothing to be happy about. There's nothing that brings to say, well, I now have where I can say my future is guaranteed.
All right. Okay, Daniel, we got you. So, rising sadness across the world, because the study says the world is getting more angrier. Why?
To me, I think in the human mind, there is what is called a subconscious mind. It filters and stores information. So whatever information that a man have in his or her subconscious mind informs the character or the behavior of such an individual. If you look around today, there have been wrong, in fact, I would say there are wrong religious teachings that are actually creating extremists, talking things that are ought not to, instead of bringing out things that will unify the people, but they will create things in the people's mind that will divide them, that will make them to hate one another. Then another one that I also see is wicked propaganda that are going on. People trying to propagate things against one another, things that are not right, just because you want to achieve some nefarious intentions and desires, that you begin to poison the minds of the people against one another. Then the inequality gap. You wake up in the morning, you don't have food to eat. You are even looking at 1 square meal. Maybe 500 can solve the problem, and you see one person going around with $100 in his pocket, just trying to throw around, sitting in one beer parlor and all that, and squandering something like that. And you're just looking for 500 naira that you will use to feed yourself, maybe even your family and all that. It makes you angry. It creates emotional something and hate. You will be looking at, what can I do to get there? What can I do to get this thing from this person and all that? I believe by the time we begin to look at what are those things we are teaching people as religious body, whether being Christian, Muslims and all that, are we trying to make the people see reasons why they should not be that angry, why they should not hate one another and all that? Or what are those things that we are putting forth as propaganda? What are we trying to achieve? We're poisoning people's mind, even against government poisoning people's mind against the government and all that. So what are those things that we are putting out there? It makes people sad. It makes people angry. I don't want to do anything. Just imagine you woke up one day, you told people, these people want to collect our this. And the people will want, is it so? That will come and blindly, they will want to drive with that and do whatever they want to do.
Right. The report says the world is sadder and angrier than ever. It says it's been doing this since 2000. It's been taking this survey since 2006. And it says even though the misery rates remain the same as 2017, what did increase was that we were angrier than we used to be.
But at least you said Nigeria's position is.
He didn't. He wasn't among the top 10.
At least I heard Daniel Mama saying that we shouldn't celebrate. Well, I think there should be a celebration because we've always led in the not too good, the league of not too good, and now we are not mentioned in terms of position. So let it be that this one has eluded us.
He said maybe they didn't do proper research.
But I tell you see, there are a plethora of reasons why people or the world in its entirety is getting angrier. But we cannot take them piece by piece. But the worst is fear of the unknown, what the future holds. Because you are not sure of, you've seen exactly what is happening in your own country, which is a unit of the world. Now, you are not sure that anything could get better tomorrow. And that is oftentimes, we say that, yes, it's not good. It's not a license for everyone to take to criminality and all that. But I tell you, one thing that is very common to every human, rich and poor, is that the worms, as it were, in parable, will bite you and you need food. Whether you are rich or poor, you need that, and you can't get it. Whatever anybody is telling you, at the religious circle or wherever, is not entering you, because this is nature. This is just nature. Where you are not sure you can get your meal tomorrow, even that night, you can't get it, you are not sure. Anything anybody says, come and join us and do this dirty job. Some may be susceptible, not necessarily that they are willing to do so. So I think what the future holds, what they will get tomorrow is the reason why the world is getting angrier. I don't want to go religious here because there are other religious reasons.
I just knew you had penned down religion as one of it.
Annie,
yes.
I have a mind to go religious.
All
because
right.
What is holding Nigeria united is the fact that, people still have hope based on preachings by priests and other religious leaders. And as we speak, today is a working day. But if you go to churches across Rivers State and across Nigeria, churches today, you will see one religious programs going on or the other. People are doing fasting and praying that things will be better. And in their minds, it is when you spend time in fasting without working towards achieving something that you'll be able to achieve. But in all, their hope is being held together by these preachings. And that is why you see less anger. If the kind of situation we are passing through in Nigeria is replicated in other parts of the world where you already have people reacting already, I tell you, those countries will burn. But because of the intervention of these religious leaders, I tell you, it is holding some things together and the center is still holding.
All right, then.
I think, to me, I will want to, on the area of religion, I will want to disagree with it. Because if you go around, majority of the world problem today starts from religion.
Which religion?
If you see majority of the problem today, suicide
religion?
bombing that are going on, through religion, they are teaching people.
Mention
They are
the
becoming
religion.
extremists and all that.
All religions.
If you, all religion, I'm not
All.
talking, I'm
It's
not
not
particular about whether Christian or
All.
Muslim. I am talking about religion. If you go around today, go to some churches, hear some of the preachings
Five-faced
that people are
five-faced
preaching.
I
Create-
want him to finish his thoughts. You
Creating
let
hate
him
in the
down.
minds of the
Aye.
people. Things that are not true, they will say it truly because they believe that people believed in them and they want to carry out these things.
All right, so you believe that
it's a-
religion.
Sorry,
You
religion
believe-
is a problem.
Hold
It's part
on.
of it.
You believe religion is a problem.
It's part of it, yes.
Okay, it's part of it. Daniel Momo.
By that, we now relegate what ordinarily is supposed to be what we call charity begins at home. Where are the parents who take care of this watch? Where are the parents who do some of these things? How many minutes, how many hours do you and I spend in church? How many hours do we spend in church? How many hours do I spend up to 2 hours in church? My service is just 1 hour, 30 minutes. I'm done for that day. How many persons go and see? How many persons you think that they have parents? How many persons act like they came from a particular home? And so now we relegate everything. They're saying that it is the church or the mosque that created all of these things. No. It started from the home. It started from our homes. But let's not deviate from, you see, the word getting angrier, Annie, is simple. The future of most places is bleak. People don't know. Now when you now try to now say, you like the US is doing or Donald Trump is campaigning, you now restrict and say people should not enter. The other day at the US embassy in Lagos, a man almost slapped the white man there. If not for that guard that blocks the man there, he would have slapped that man, saying that what is it that made him to deny him entering into the US? He should give him a reason.
US that said I don't want to get.
Is it not responsible?
See, Annie,
is it compulsory?
Annie, sorry, no, I don't want you to call me, and you want to slap me for that.
Is it compulsory?
Just in line what you said, when the person was going on to purchase the visa, you must have also realized that they also did say that they have the right to deny.
Exactly.
Yes, but you have a right to know why you have been denied the visa.
No.
You have a right to know.
They give you reason.
They don't have the right.
They give you reason.
Which reason?
Sorry,
my brother.
They give you reason.
This is my area. Both the black and the white and the short and the tall, the same persons, they give you the same paper.
No.
You are not, no, my brother. They gave you the same paper. All of the people they denied visa are giving the same kind of paper. Are you telling me no?
Something there.
I can give you.
So maybe that's the reason why all those people
Now,
were
see,
rejected.
when
It's a simple
somebody
thing.
came from
As
Annie,
flimsy
I'm
as
coming.
those excuses may be,
Annie,
they have a right to choose.
Exactly.
that
No,
excuse.
but
Who
sorry,
enters
you
in
have
their
a right to
contact,
know
who
why-
does
why
not?
you are denying
That's what
me.
I'm
I have
saying.
a right to know why you
But
are
if
denying
they
me.
decide that
The
you
reason
that-
could be that they don't want you to come to America.
If
No,
Should it be that they don't like your face?
It's wrong.
It's the
It might not be that they
Don't allow people to do that.
Maybe
Don't
that-
allow people to do
it
that.
might be that they don't like your
Because
face.
anger. Let me know why you are denying me. Because anger.
No, you see what Fanfest said. If you see what the churches are doing, even the message,
The country said
the
no.
message, the teaching you are giving,
Slap the man.
the teaching you are giving
The world
today
is really angry.
can really control your emotion, your psychology, can manage your thinking for quite some time before you hear. The church is doing it. In fact, without the church, the society would have been so bad. And the people would have even gone berserk.
But
a lot of
inside
people.
the same church that
Yes.
you're talking about is where we see even
What is the
more.
No,
percentage?
excuse me.
No, I don't understand percentage. Oh, have
No.
we gone to go and have we done what test have you done to show
No.
that this percentage is higher than that percentage?
And
No,
we are
but-
not saying that.
Relegated to
No,
say,
that's
No,
what
we
you're
are
saying. You're saying
saying
the
the
church
church.
itself
No.
is the one that is saving. And I'm saying, but you also have the very same crimes being done by the same people.
No,
who
no,
are
no.
heading this.
That's why
so
I say-
what percentage do you have to show me that the ones who are doing good are more than those who are doing worse because of the same
Annie.
No,
system?
and you see, let me
haven't
tell
done
you.
a survey on
Let
that.
me tell you. There are people who are even up to the suicide point. You know, they've lost everything, and somebody manages
In
them
some
to
cases,
a
because of the same
counseling.
church.
To a counseling.
In some cases,
and
because
that,
the
those
same
people are
church.
saved.
Perhaps they had pumped all their life
You know?
savings into the church.
They are saved. No,
When
no,
they
no. It's
told
not.
them
No,
to
no, no.
put- Yes, yes.
You see, that
When
is
they
your
told
own
them every
thinking.
time tight, they've tightened everything to the last. They didn't save.
What is-
Then they find out that they are ill and they can't afford to take their kids to church, to the hospital they want to go to.
And so it's
That's
tightening
something-
No.
that's
It's
what I'm
not.
saying.
It's not.
It's
That's not what.
tightening that costs
That
it.
no.
But
It's not that.
some of the way that the churches even say tight and then don't want to even associate it with anything else.
Annie,
Because
what
if you
is-
don't tight
what
now,
is
you're going to die
tight-
tomorrow.
tight-
and
that-
then there are some of these individuals who also have carried on that doctrine. And instead of also taking care of the fact that you need to take care of your home front first and deal with your economies of your money, don't do that. If what has just come in, there's a building project, there's a that, and everything ends up going there. When the child is now ill, they don't know where to go to.
Yeah.
So some of these people,
Yeah.
you also
Annie,
find
it's a-
them at
I will
suicidal,
say-
have also gone along that line.
I will also say that yes, there are people who have also polluting the church in their own way. From the time of the Bible, we have had fake pastors also who are doing things for their belly and not for the salvation of souls of men. We are talking of churches that are really there for the salvation of souls of men.
And
We're
that's
not
what I'm
talking
saying.
of
I've
those.
not done a survey.
And
For
when
me
they
to
talk
tell you
of
that
those
this
churches,
church is doing it
no.
for me, and that church is not doing it.
Yeah,
That's
no.
why I'm saying, as long as you're saying the churches are aiding, I agree with you.
Yeah.
You should also put in mind that churches too are also the who are not aiding.
Yeah, you see, that is what I'm saying, that there are people who are doing some certain things that are not there in the Bible. The issue of tithe, the tithe says it's in the Bible. If you earn 100,000 naira, you bring 10,000 naira. You are not taking the whole money. You enter the church.
What I want to say is,
and I also want to say this: the issue of building a wall, which Daniel Momo said here. America should secure its citizens and its people. Who are those even coming to America? Are they the right people? If a criminal, you want to jump into another country and they stop you, what basis do you question that country from not allowing them to enter or allowing them to enter? Countries should secure themselves. What are we having in Nigeria today? It's because of porous border.
All right, then.
And the man of people are coming here to kill us, to invade us.
We got your thoughts on that, yes.
Okay, to me, what I'm saying, I'm not playing down the role of the religious house. Maybe I am not also saying that they are not doing positive things. But the report says now people are getting more angry now and all that. And I'm saying that majority of the information they are putting out there, they are deviating from the real teachings and beginning to poison people's mind.
Right.
If not, look at it today. The most religious countries or states in the world are the most turbulent states in the world. Okay. Why is it so?
We got your thoughts there. I'll start
Yeah.
taking calls.
Yeah, people being angrier and sadder as a result of this report, and what Daniel was talking in relation to the reaction to the man who was denied visa at the U.S. Consulate General in Lagos.
Who wanted to slap somebody?
Who wanted to slap somebody. I think it's part of the frustration. But when they deny you visa, you must look backwards as a person, and they always tick for you to show the reason why you were not given visa. I've experienced that many times. Like if you are giving U.S. visa, if you see celebration, even people around there will celebrate. You have over 1,000 people or a little less applying per day, and up to 20 will not get. That was that. But when they check you, when you apply, they check everything about you. Within the time you submitted online and to the time you are coming for the interview, they have cross-checked everything about you. And if you not enter, you will not enter. As you come, the job click, they already, what they will tell you is already on the system. The little time they give you there is just to let you know that they listen to you. Otherwise, if you get visa, you get it before that day. But when they check you and you are doing well,
my own is that they deny me, they should return my visa money.
Yes, the Chinese does it.
If you deny me, return my money.
Are the Chinese, until you are given a visa, then you go and make payment.
Don't collect my money and say you deny it. I give back my money.
it's not
But
refundable.
I know it's not refundable, but that's just painful. That doesn't even make it more painful. You deny them, don't give me. That's why the world is angry.
Do Nigeria refund? Do Nigeria refund when they deny you?
No, Nigeria, and I hear Nigeria's visa fees too are high.
It's too high.
Yeah.
No, they have reduced it.
When?
It has been reduced.
When
they started this business, something, how do they call it now?
Ease of business.
Ease of doing business.
And so it was also changed that there is visa upon arrival.
No, there's
Nigeria.
visa, yes, for some
Upon
states,
arrival.
for some countries.
But Nigerian visa is still difficult to get compared to some other countries.
Yes, it is.
Those
All right, then.
process.
Okay. Nigeria is not the
We
reason why
can
the
help.
rest of the world is angry. Please.
We don't have a position.
We
At least it's not
we
me.
are not there.
We are celebrating.
All right, then. Let's get your thoughts now. Do call in. The numbers to call are 0810-951-0951 or 0817-000951. Earlier on, we spoke on security, and we said the Secretary General of the ACF was saying that state police is not the answer, especially when he says we cannot say the federal government's security structure as it is now, that's the NPF, has failed without putting into consideration that funding and training has been a big problem. Now, state security without funding and security will just be a duplication of the same problem. We'd like to get your thoughts on that. And then, of course, we went on to look at a report that says the world is angrier by the year. And we're wondering, what is making us angry? Why are we angry? So this is not just Nigerians angry in isolation. The world is also getting angrier. We're just catching up with the world. Why is it so? We want to get your thoughts. Call in now. Let's get to hear from you. Don't forget that you can also send in your thoughts to 07019339962. That's for text message only or WhatsApp. 07019339962. Text messages and WhatsApp. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Joseph, but I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
All right, go ahead. Oh dear. Call back if you can. Hello, Today95.1 FM.
Hello, Annie. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name?
My name is Lawson. I'm calling from Yenegua.
Lawson, go ahead.
Yeah, greetings. You see, I want you to understand that Osama bin Laden was killed by special forces from America. He was not killed in America. He was located and killed in Pakistan. You understand? He was killed in Pakistan, not even through the help of the Pakistani government, because they were playing politics with it, but through the help of the locals. He was captured there. So why am I saying this? This issue of state police, they know the area, they know that. No. In addition to funding and training, police need intelligence and understanding of an area. And who is more available to give intelligence and understanding of the area is our communities. For instance, you cannot tell me that you know better than somebody probably in MOA, given what is happening there. They can inform the police. Police can get intelligence from them. So whether you bring police from Sokoto, from anywhere, you understand, provided the community provides intelligence, police can work anywhere. Besides, we forget that the state police, it will need funding. How many of the states can fund police? How many? How many of them are even viable? Apart from Lagos, Port Harcourt, you understand? How many of them are viable? That also, again, we forget that the state police cannot be oversighted, but the federal police can be oversighted by the National Assembly, because the state assemblies are in the pocket of the governor. You understand? So this state police, finally, again, too, let us not forget that when it was regions, we tried it. It failed. I don't know whether you don't know that the regional police, they failed, especially in the western region and eastern region, because the premiers were using them to their advantage. So all we need, I agree with the secretary of ACF, that our police just need funding, you understand, training, and then also provide intelligence. Said something
okay,
that is very
all right then,
important
Lawson.
that nobody is looking at. Vigilante, we should look into that. Thank you.
You're trying to say something.
Lawson should visit that Osama bin Laden killing again and know that it was the locals of that Pakistan that were able to tell the American government and, of course, the operatives that were able to go there and pick them. In fact, if he had the details, he would know that it was the commendable effort of those locals. So he cannot rule out the conversance of the environment of one and then success that is attendant to it.
Yeah, but then what he was also trying to point out was that the military forces from outside that country were able to still work with locals. So it doesn't necessarily mean that the locals must be on the team before it can be successful.
I agree, but the cooperation.
That's what I'm saying.
Who is training the Pakistani
the cooperation
is it not
as much.
Is it not the US government?
Training the Pakistani police?
Yes.
No.
Who is training them?
No, they're not training them.
Soldiers, how many soldiers? US soldiers. More than 15,000 US soldiers.
Hold on. That is a different thing. You said the Pakistani police. Now you've gone to soldiers. So which one are you talking about?
No, I'm only telling you, US soldiers in Pakistan is more than 15,000. In Pakistan alone.
So, the whole, apart from that.
No, we are saying it like they just came like a stranger.
No, they're not strangers in Pakistan, but the team that went there were strangers.
Mm-hmm. Helped by who?
And he also by the locals.
Information, that is what we are saying, that the locals, if they are willing to do this thing, then we pass the right information to this.
Hello, today 95.1 FM. Let's just move on. Thank you. We'll never finish if I allow you people. Today 95.1 FM. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Akanima calling from Port Harcourt.
Akanima, go ahead.
Yes. Insecurity. Before any country or any state or any country tackle insecurity, it's all about cooperation. It's all about changing of mindset. Without that, if you continue to do harm, you will continue receiving harm. Then in the area of the world being hungry, yes, the world that makes the world hungry. Before now, people have been deceived. Both the government and the religious, they have been deceiving people, and people come to understand that they have been deceived. So they are being hungry. Thank you.
Okay, well, the phone lines are still open. You can get across or send us your messages to 07019339962. That's for WhatsApp, or text message 07019339962. And I think I have a few here. Let me take that before we get back to the phone line. Good morning, Annie. This is you, Victor. In Ahoda, the insecurity problem in River State will not stop because it's for a purpose. Until the federal government agree and surrender to the state governor's pressure on Neighborhood Watch to be realized. Annie, Ima, Obidima, and all of you in the studio, I want to speak out for truth's sake. If accepted, fine. If rejected, this is the truth. River State is under spiritual attack from some sources, namely spiritual siege, political wrong, people in power from 1999 till now. Note, River State was one other state in Nigeria wants to emulate spiritually, developmentally, and politically under Governor Rufus that are the judge. But now the River State, all Nigerian state respects and disregard, is now a caricature. So this spiritual attack, did you see other states?
Is it from who?
I don't know what we did to the spirits. Why are they picking on us? Hello, Today 95.1 FM.
Good morning, Madam Annie.
Yes, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Mr. Chiki. I'm calling you from Port Harcourt.
Please go ahead.
First and foremost, let me correct an impression. After God is God and God forever, not man or government. That's a part. On the security situation, let's look at this. A situation where a sitting governor will wake up in the morning and he's told that a commissioner of police has been changed. He wakes up next week, another commissioner of police has been changed. And have you taken statistics of all the DPOs in River State? I have expected somebody to say, who are the DPOs that are minding these local government areas? A local government chairman wakes up in the morning, a new DPO has come. He wakes up tomorrow, a new DPO has come. You cannot give what you don't have. The Nigerian constitution has remained a lacuna and will ever remain a lacuna in this country if it is not changed. How will you control what you don't have? The only thing I have studied on my own, the governor can do, is to equip the security apparatus. He does not have the manpower. Okay, we were in River State when the issue of neighborhood watch started. I know that it was Mombori camp in River State that they went there. And they stopped it today. And we are seeing security challenges emanating every day by day. And you look at it this way. Let us be objective to ourselves. Do you expect Governor Wike from opposition to go to the government at the center and seek relevance and it will be approved? The answer is no, based on the type of politics we play in Nigeria. We don't see politics as a game that has to do with relationship. We see somebody from opposition as enemy. I am telling you, let's look at it. For example, you are from APC, I'm from PDP. Automatically, I'm no longer my friend. This is the type of politics we play in Nigeria.
All right, then.
And I am telling you that there is no way federal government can assist him in any way if he's from opposition.
Why? Has he got there and he was turned back?
I am telling you that Governor Wike...
Can't say you're telling me as if you're the president. Are you the president? Has he tried? Has he gone and said, look, I took this proposal to the federal government and they turned me back?
Annie, okay, sorry. Security is for everybody. You are on air now. Somebody from Lagos is hearing you. Somebody from any part of the country is telling you. And you are saying that because he did not go, the escalation should continue. In as much as the information has been given, you can act on it.
I don't know. I have not told you that. Sorry, before you put words in my mouth, I didn't say. I haven't said that because it did not go that it should continue. You are the one who is positing that the federal government will not raise a finger to aid River State because they see River State as the opposition. And I'm asking you, have we tried to even get the aid of the federal government? Have we gone forward as a state to say, this state is in crisis? Federal government, give us a listening ear, other than perhaps maybe what will make noise here in River State. Have we gone to the center to draw their attention?
Madam, look at this scenario. I know during Amechi's regime, there we are having security meeting, state security meeting every Monday. I am aware of that. And you see this governor sitting with commissioner of police in a meeting, discussing security issues. Today, can the commissioner of police, I'm saying this, I'm on air, boldly stand with the sitting governor and talk, and tomorrow he will not be sent out of this state? Just be objective. It has come to a
You're
point
just
where
making
we
assumptions.
tell each
It's
other
okay.
the
I've got to let you go because I don't know where you make the assumptions where you say he sits down in a security meeting the next day he's gone. Where do you get those assumptions? Where did you even get that assumption from that they're not even having security meetings?
On whose side is he? Is he the governor that will send him out? Or federal government?
No, obviously he means federal government. Hello, today 95.1 FM. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Annie. Yeah, my name is Chima. Calling from Port Harcourt.
Chima from Port Harcourt, go ahead.
Yes, Annie, the security, we cannot explicate politicians on the insecurity. And two, our security agencies should be reorientated. You understand? At least should be consistently reorientate our security agencies. They should shift their focus from extortion to the security. You cannot sacrifice our security architecture should not be sacrificed from altar of extortion. So our security, whenever they came out for their security duty, what do? They concentrate on how to feed their pockets at the end of the day. So thereby making exposing the populace who have given them this responsibility to secure them. Nigerian government came up with a policy that we should not go out with guns and the gun should be given to them to secure us. Yes, they cannot. So what are we talking about? So we cannot explicate both the politicians and the security agencies who are supposed to take in charge. Now, do you know that in Emoha, where I came from, every time security is there, but they fail on their duty and kidnapping is happening every day in Emoha, Axis of East West Road, consistently. Just recently, how many people that were kidnapping?
All right, then. Okay.
We have taken points here and there. So we cannot explicate the security and the politicians.
Indeed, we got your thoughts on that. Thank you very much. Hello, today 95.1 FM.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Engineer Yedi from Port Harcourt.
All right, go ahead.
See, the insecurity situation in the state is so alarming. And actually, second the last caller, the point. You know, you are saying who is moving the police from you. So you are in this state. Last year, or even year before last, the police was rapidly removed, rampantly. Yeah. So.
No, you don't understand. He says if they have a security meeting, the next day he's removed. So that's what I'm saying. So are they not having security meetings? The CP cannot have meetings with the governor. Immediately he does that, he's removed. Is that what he's saying?
What actually means that if there's a security meeting and down to the tune of the federal, look, federal government control the security apparatus. That is what you should understand. And any commissioner of police must act in concern with the federal authority. I also want to make this comment about the anger in the land and in the world. Actually, there should be anger, particularly in this country, Nigeria. There's a serious anger. Even myself, I'm not happy. Can you imagine? We are about 180 million or 200 million. So thereabout. Our president went and donated $500,000 to one of these African countries. Now, when I bring down my pen and work on $360 per dollar, that money gives me about 180 million. And I know that what we are having now is about $365 per dollar. Now, let's work it with 360. That's about 180 million. Our president went and gave my sister and my brothers in the studio. Now, do you know that if they share this money, this is even to Nigeria, do you know that everybody will get not less than 1 million or at worst?
Okay, sir. But I hope you understand that your elections here in Nigeria too, there were several countries who aided your country with funds. And do you know that the president is the chairman for ECOWAS?
Chairman, what are you talking? In this country, how many of them have given us money? And moreover, you are giving, your country is dying in armchair poverty. There's a lot of people that are passing through penury. Even in your own state, you are going to delete. Are you telling me, Anne, that money is coming from the presidential pocket? That's the money, my money. Just give it.
Okay, we've got to let you go. Thank you very much. The world is indeed angry.
mindset. You see,
The world is indeed angry.
You see people demonstrating this anger based on the information they have in their mind, and they want to show it out, even when they are right or not. They don't want to know. They don't want to ask because they already have the mindset.
There is no will to tackle insecurity from both PMB in Nigeria and Governor Wike in River State. They too don't care. That's why insecurity may be hard to stop in the interim. Persons will be killed today, kidnapped, and you see them less concerned about the situation. They move on with their governance and traveling outside the country without being perturbed. It's really crazy. That's from Michael Newmalt. Good morning, Nani and others in the studio. The governor stopped all vigilantes and neighborhood groups in the state, also cancelled C4I group, and the governor talked down on insecurity while he talked more on politics, which led to the radical insecurity in River State. Bunky, you send that in from Port Harcourt. Another case says, good morning, me too, I am very angry. I'm angry with Obedimma. It's okay. Choose your fights wisely. He says, I think the world is more angry because the wrong man is in the White House. Ernest, you send that in from Woji. Another here says, good morning, I'm Bob from Umribo. Please, Annie, if anyone clamoring for state police success hinges it on the ground that the personnel will come from within the indigenous communities, is daydreaming. Question, if cultists from Choba community are terrorizing Choba, will policemen who are from Choba have the guts to gun down their brother down? Why do judges rescue themselves from matters that involves their relatives and communities, or to say that such psychological threats will not affect security personnel? I'm talking about freely providing information to indigenous policemen during state police. Why are people not providing that now? You have a man in Sokoto as the DPO. Is it when the man who could be related to a notorious criminal be the one that you plan? Now, who will be the one to plan your arrest? With the security information that you give, that you prefer to go release those information to? And the indigenous police officers will become less sentimental than the non-indigens. Has any of the security agencies complained about not being familiar with terrains? They laugh. I guess, it's just, when you say familiar with terrain, it's just common knowledge that I have grown up here. I would know pretty much a lot about these areas, these environs, and the people and the culture than someone who has never been to River State and suddenly finds himself in Choba Division Police Station. He's going to find it. So, in fact, he will ask first also from Choba, where do I go to if I'm going to? He will ask those questions.
That is why there are always mischief. You see the police actor, you will see that there are people from the north, there are those from the south, east, southwest, and all that. They are working together because they believe these are neighbors to these people.
All right, good. And any people are getting angry and sadder because we're living in the last days. That's what he says. The person is Bob from Rumibo. We've got to go. Fine Face, do a minute, Fine Face.
Yeah, let me start from here by saying that nobody should create the impression that River State is at war with the federal government because River State is in opposition. Secondly, I will say that I will thank Today FM by offering its platform for us to contribute to the way of solving security problems in River State. And again, we have 319 wards in River State. All these wards, they have councillors. They should contribute to the security situation in River State. We have 23 LGAs. The LGA chairman should also work with the governor to solve this problem. We have 13 House of Reps members. They should all work with the governor. We have 3 senators. Then we have 32 members of the River State House of Assembly. All of them should come together, support the governor, and help him work out ways of solving this problem. A lot of them should try as much as possible to live in their constituencies and visit their constituencies and see how they can work with the youth in that area to reducing this problem. That was how we have those divisions at that level. If at any point in time they believe that the federal security apparatus in River State is not supporting the issue of resolving insecurity in the state, they should lead a delegation of Rivers people to the president and discuss ways of resolving this issue.
Thank you so much, Fine Face, Fine Face, Public Affairs Analyst. Obidima.
There is no way we can move forward as a country if we shut down everything that can make us move forward. When the issue of restructuring comes, a particular group will say, no, there's no need for restructuring. Issue of police, state police comes, is shut down. What else? Do we remain with the system and the situation we find ourselves today without thinking forward? State police, the time for state police has come, and this is the time.
All right, then.
And let us now a kind of practice this thing and see it work. Than this kind of perceived fear, it will be used to attack opponents, and it will not be used to attack opponents. And it does not also mean that if state police comes now, somebody from my community, maybe it's in the police, will be posted in my community. No. Maybe somebody from Ogoni will come to my community.
Okay.
But the point is that the terrain is familiar.
Okay. All right. Obejima, journalist and public affairs analyst. Thank you so much. Daniel Momo.
Yes, we on the security issue, we need to question ourselves. As far as I know here, this is the best that the federal police can give to us. But is this the best that we deserve? Let us use that to question ourselves.
All right. And Daniel Momo, thank you so much. Enifia Haga.
Yes, I think if the information in a man's subconscious mind are wrong, that individual will continue to act the same. And that is what you begin to see around, because we have very wrong information in our mind and will continue to act and begin to harbor criminality because we believe that things like that are not wrong. So I believe if we are able to identify that we have inadequacies in our police and all that, I think the best way is to recruit more and ensure that we demand accountability. So whatever money that is released for policing and all that, the money will be properly utilized. And by so doing, we'll be able to curb the insecurity. And I am also, I am challenging Nigerians and particularly Rivers people. Let them come up with the will to actually tackle this insecurity if this insecurity will not fade away.
All right, then. Thank you, Emifia Haga, political analyst. Emmanuel Ndukwe.
Well, I believe that the world is truly angriest. Not only angrier now. The reason is what the future holds. You are not sure of the next meal. Where will you get it? And then you need that particular warmth that is biting your situa in your stomach to be calmed. And so you will always do something to eat. So a hungry man is an angry man.
And then we wrap it up. Thankfully, I don't have hungry people in the studio here. We'll see this. We'll see. I know you say something. We'll wrap this up here now, and then we'll deal with whoever is hungry outside. But join me tomorrow. Join me tomorrow for another edition of the show. Entertainment Express comes up next. I am Annie Abdusalam.
Today95.1 FM. To copy this tune, press 9.
This is Today 95.1 FM.
For current news and information, press 5.
They are politicians, all of them. They know what they do.
So they know how they attack each other.
And
To stay connected all day, press 1.
The person who raised the name is the one who made the public know about.
Good afternoon and welcome to the World News on your Premium Talk Radio station.
We are your Premium Talk Radio station. Today 95.1 FM. The station with a unique dial.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
You got a fetish for my love. Been waiting for a lifetime for you.
Listen to Entertainment Today
every weekday
at 11:30 a.m.
And I'm so I don't even mind. Every weekday
at 11:30 a.m.
Only on Today 95.1 FM.
Voice of the
You got a fetish for my love. Been waiting for a lifetime for you.
Listen to Entertainment Today
every weekday
at 11:30 a.m.
And I'm so I don't even mind. Every weekday
at 11:30 a.m.
Only on Today 95.1 FM.
Voice of the people.
Have you seen the sun? Have you seen the moon? They are shining light for you. And have you seen the stars shining in the dark? 'Cause God is still watching you. Life is beautiful, however you choose. Be grateful for life. Love is beautiful whenever I'm with you. What a time to be alive. In no matter the condition, believe in your heart and you go there, alright. No forget, say after rainfall and after the dark, the sun goes shine. Keep your heart, my friend, don't lose yourself. In the morning time, the sun goes shine. Do your best, but don't lose yourself. In the morning time, the sun goes shine. Shout out to Johnny Drill. Shine is the title of that one. And that's how I'd love to start the Monday. That's how I'd love to start my Monday. I mean, I woke up and played this over and over again. And I said I was going to share it with you guys this lovely, lovely Monday morning. Welcome to Entertainment Today here on your premium talk radio station, Today 95.1 FM. I am the coolest kid on radio, the guy you just have to love. You can call me Trace. And I'm doing this alone, all right? I'm on my own for this morning. It's a motivational Monday as well as our Man Crush Monday. So you should expect some motivational quotes and the man that every lady should be crushing on. Unfortunately, I've got some bad news for you, but good news for the guy in question. Why? The man just got married. That's bad news for the ladies who've been fantasizing. But good news for the man because he's decided to start a family. But before we get into all of that, MJ is not in the building at the moment. That's because she's not feeling too well. She's under the weather. So if you guys, if you're Christians, you could say a word of prayer. You could just say something nice to MJ. I'll do the much I can to pass the message across, okay? All right. Now that we got that one out of the way, let's say a happy birthday shout out to one very wonderful guy. I mean, this man, whether you like it or not, he's paid his dues in the music industry. And if you were talking about some of hip-hop greats, you would for sure mention this guy. I don't know whatever you want to say, but you would have to call on this man because he has really, really paid his dues. He is Master P. How many of you know Master P? I know many of the Indomie generation people would not know, but we're good. I know many Indomie generation people would not know. But Master P is actually the father to Lil Romeo, now known as Romeo Miller. All right. And he's also founder of the clothing line P. Miller and the record label No Limits. All right. He first came into limelight when he released the album Ice Cream Man. Usually at the time before he made fame, he was into ice creams and he had the ice cream truck. He was living in the van and all of that. So that's how his life started. And from there, what do you know? Dropped an album. And that's just it. The rest, they say, is history. He's 48 years old today. I would say happy birthday to you, Master P. I was born April 29, 1970, New Orleans, Los Angeles. So, yeah, congratulations to him and to any other person out there who is celebrating their birthdays today. We say a big shout out to you and we wish you all the best. And I'm super happy. Yesterday was very, very stressful for me. And congratulations to everyone who was part of the event yesterday. We had the praise wine. It was yesterday. Shout outs to everybody that came through. Thank you very much for coming to recognize God. And we also had the Duchess of Nigeria beauty pageant yesterday. I tried to be at both of them. It was difficult, but I did the best I could. I was at both of them. And shout outs to the new queens that were crowned and all of you guys who turned up. Shout outs to all of you as well. You guys are amazing people. And big congratulations still, since we're talking about congratulations and good news and good messages, all of that. Congratulations to Idris Elba. It is our Man Crush Monday. Yes, Idris Elba, that's the guy. I'm really excited for the man, though. He just got married over the weekend. Like, it's amazing. It's beautiful. They say love is a beautiful thing. Yeah, it is indeed a beautiful thing. Trust me. You can't go wrong with love. He got married to his fiancée, Sabrina Douer. And the ceremony was lovely. It was in Morocco. It happened over the weekend. And guess what? Davido was a surprise guest at the event. I mean, Davido was actually the gift for Idris Elba's wife. It was like a surprise performance from Davido, and it was lit. Davido nailed it. Of course, by the way, Davido is in the States, and he dropped a couple of songs. It's been featured on a couple of songs, all right? Ross featuring Davido. That one is titled I Want, All I Want, All I Want. That's the title of that one. It's really amazing. I think you should go check out that song. Our boy Obio nailed it. He He nailed it in the coffin. Buried, dead, gone. Lovely song. And there's a new one as well. Sean Kingston featuring Tory Lanez and Davido. All right. That's also another jam that you would love for your summer. You would really love that one. So guys, go copy it and listen to those. Meanwhile, he was at Idris Elba's wedding and it was lit and amazing. To all of those people who are, crushing, well, you can keep crushing, but unfortunately you can't get the man anymore. Has been taken by somebody else. Bisola was smart enough to switch. She's been a huge fan. She was smart enough to switch. So congratulations to Idris Elba. And he's our man crush for the Monday. I told us that already. He is an English actor, producer, director, musician, DJ, and rapper. All right. This guy is multi-talented. He also did a song with the band. You remember? Rolling in my Bentley, chilling with my cocolet. Because I got my things confidential. That was the song. Yeah. Back kickboxer and Idris Elba and the band on that one. Lovely tune. So congratulations to the man and to him and his new bride. Well, while we're really excited about that, Davido, Davido performed there, and this lady, Kemi, still came back to say Davido is broke. Nigerian journalist, the controversial one. She's still saying that Davido is broke. She says the reason why Davido is broke is because he spent $15 million for radio airplay in the US. That was what was said, that he paid as much as $15 million for radio airplay in the US. And for that reason, she thinks he's broke. Or she feels he's broke. In fact, she further said that he doesn't have any other money on him. He had to take an Uber home. Like, he took the Uber. I don't know what's wrong if you take an Uber. And if you're saying that the guy's that broke, I mean, it was just at Elba's wedding. Doesn't sound like he was broke to me. Just got featured on 2 beautiful tracks. Like, that doesn't sound like someone who's depressed and broke. But that's what Kemi said. We all know Kemi's been very controversial. She's always very, very controversial. But that's it. Remember, she said Davido and Chima were no longer together. And poof, they came out of one place like that. And then she didn't say anything else. She also took a lot of shot at Linda Ikeji. So it's understandable. It's understandable. These people don't understand the pressure people are under before they make decisions. And I think Helen Paul is one person who was trying to want to understand why people do what they do. You know how Nigerians have been criticizing the younger Regina Daniels, all right? We've been criticizing Regina Daniels because she allegedly got married to Chief Ned, the Delta State multi-billionaire and politician. Well, this is the point. Helen Paul came on social media and was trying to cover for the girl. She says, do you know what made her go into marriage? That's the first question Helen asked. And she further said, do you know what she has passed through? And correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think like you go into marriage because you've been through something in life. I don't think that's the reason why you should go in marriage. If that's the reason why you go into marriage, trust me, something that you see in the marriage will be the reason why you come out. Simple and short. I mean, if you go into marriage because of something you've been through in life, that means when you get into the marriage, if you go through something else, you come out. Simple and short. So I think we should correct the basics. Why do you go into marriage? I don't think this should be a reason why. I don't care what you've been through. That should not be why you decide to marry a man. Is it some like alleviation scheme? Is that what you're trying to say? Or like, the statement really would give a lot of meaning. We don't know where she's coming from. It could be from a very good place. But then when you say, do you know what made her go into marriage? What should make you go into marriage? Well, she could have a point. We don't know what made her go into marriage. Plus, we know she's balling. I mean, just recently she was pictured in an event with a supposed husband, and who has also come out to make corrections. All right, the husband, Chief Ned, said that Regina is not his 6th wife. Anyways, people, like she is his 5th wife, and I'm like, what the hell is this man talking about? Like, people were saying, "Yo, 6th wife," and you're coming out to say, "No, it's not 6th, it's 5th." Like that should make anybody feel better. Or can we say it's your choice? It's her choice. It's who she wants to be with. He also went further to say that Regina Daniels is not 19 years old. He says she is 22 years old. 22 years old. So, we don't know. That's what lying can do. When you had to lie, maybe in the movie industry, you wanted to get certain roles or just wanted to be more popular, or you feel like doing all of those would help the publicity, and so you lie with your age, and then now, we don't know. So it's now confusing. But what we can tell is at the end of the day, if you add 22 and 19, you could do the math, right? Baby girl is about 41 years old. That's what That's what we could say. Possibly that's the real age. We don't know. But he says she's not 19 as against what people have been saying. He says she's actually 22 and she's not his sixth wife. She is his fifth wife. All right? I hope the correction has been taken. Congratulations to them still. And with the age thing, I don't know when is appropriate for you to say you want to have a boyfriend. Like, if you're a parent, when would you say it's appropriate for your daughter to have a boyfriend? At what age? Because the daughter of actress Iyabo Ojo, Priscilla, all right, she was saying that she can't have a boyfriend now. Yeah, she says she can't have a boyfriend. She feels like she's too young. And guess what? She's 19 now. All right, she's 19 now, and she feels like she can't have a boyfriend now. That's what she says. Well, I paused and I was thinking, this is Nigeria. We've got people at 16 even having boyfriends. Whether you agree to it or not, 15, 16, 17, they know a lot more than you think you can know in your whole life put together. In fact, some of the 16-year-old girls have been into places that you can't or haven't been into. Like, that's how fast the world is moving, and that's how bad it can get. I mean, no discipline at all, no nothing. That's what happens. And the fact that she feels like she's 19 and she doesn't think she's ready to have a boyfriend, or she's not old enough to have a boyfriend, it sounds good. It's not like if she had a boyfriend at 19, it would be wrong, because I mean, she's not like she's an adult, whether you like it or not. According to the laws, she's no longer a child. She's an adult. She's above 18. But this is it. Somebody could get married at 19 to somebody that's older than them with, a couple of years. And here is someone saying they can't have a boyfriend at 19. Think about it. People from different backgrounds. I think that would be the meaning. I think that brings us back to what Helen Paul was saying. What was the reason for Regina Daniel getting to marriage? We don't know. Nobody knows the reason. So I think it's wrong to judge. All right? These people are from clear different backgrounds. Imagine, and around similar age. That's if we're working with the fake age or the real age. I don't know which one. Regina Daniels was 19. They say it's 22 now. I'm confused. But we know for this girl, she's 19. So if you look at the age and look at the background, could you say maybe that's the influence that's causing the difference that we're seeing at the moment? Or the lady says, I'm 19 and I think I'm too young to have a boyfriend. Some other person says, I'm 19 and what the hell? I can get married to a man old enough to be my grandpa. It's cool. It's no problem. We're not judging though, but it's cool. You could do what you want to do. It's your life. Congratulations, though, to Adekunle Gold and Simi. Simi one time also said that she weren't going to allow her kids have any phone, or she wouldn't allow access to internet for her kids until they were above 18, right? She said that. In fact, she said till they were 20, 22, if I'm not mistaken. And people felt like, I was one of the persons that felt like, to me, that would be a waste of time. Like, these kids would know. I mean, they go to school, they have friends, they'll meet people, they have phones, tablets, computer. The school they will go to might even give them access to computers. They would surf the net. They still would find all of those things that you think you're protecting them from. So I think the best would be to allow them know it and then guide them correctly so that they don't make wrong decisions when they have access to that kind of knowledge. Because think about it, knowledge is power. Like, knowledge is power, but then knowledge can also hurt you. Like, you who possess the knowledge, if you're not strong enough to wield the kind of knowledge that you're wielding at the time you wielded it, it could hurt you. And that's the truth. So I think it's better we train our kids to understand the realities of life, but then prepare them to be able to handle the truth that they would find and make right decisions. It's gone are the days where you have to force them to believe what you believe. It doesn't work because you're coming from a different society. As for Adekunle Gold and Simi, they were pictured together looking very lovely, and they posted the picture. It's not the picture that got everybody talking. I think it was what Simi's mother said. That's what's ticking right now. That's what's making the whole buzz. Simi's mother said, you look smashing. You and Kunle are lucky to have found each other. God bless your home with triplets. Mama is telling you what she wants. Simi, it's not this one you're saying you don't want to let us know you're pregnant or not. Your mother has told you triplets. Nothing more, nothing less. That's what she's looking for. But anyways, we know that if she gets a baby, she still will be excited. But the fact that she could see these people and say that they are lucky to have found each other. Like, in a world where these days parents even encourage their kids not to do certain things that are so not right. Like, we have parents these days encourage their kids to go into There's somebody told me prostitution without borders just some days ago. He said, I was speaking with the man and he said, well, social media, Instagram especially, has now made it possible to go into prostitution without borders. And I was like, what the hell are we talking about? Is this how far we've come? And these days we see parents encourage their kids to try and get money or date someone who can give you money or who can, this kind of things. And it's hard knowing that Adekunle Gold and Simi came from when they were nothing, both of them, and they had the support of their parents and now they're married and then the mother is still happy about it. I think it just sends that cold shiver down your spine. Like, this thing still really exists. It's really there. So you just need to open your eyes and look at it. Anyways, guys, that's it. And that's it. I'd like to leave you with good memories. I wouldn't want to leave you with something bad. But because it's still our Motivational Monday, I'd like to state this, all right? This is a quote coming from Idris Elba. Idris Elba says, know what your target is. Don't guess it. If you don't know what your targets are, you're never going to get there. I'll take that again. Know what your target is. Don't guess it. If you don't know what your targets are, you would never get there. And I think he is very correct. Very, very true. If you don't know what your targets are, it's impossible to get there. So set a goal for yourself. Set a target for yourself today. So go out there and show that you shoot and don't miss. I don't mean shoot literally, all right? But I mean aim at your targets and shoot properly with your mind. I'm still the coolest kid on radio. You can call me Trace, the guy you just have to love. You can follow me on Instagram. It's love.trace, love.treys. And thank you guys very much for staying loyal and for listening to the show. Bye-bye for now, and stay tuned for the world news.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people. Whether it's happening in Port Harcourt, South, Nigeria, or around the world, we've got you covered. On air, online, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today 95.1 FM.
This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News.
Good afternoon, and this is the World News on Premium Talk Radio, Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. I am Ifemi Andrew. On the headlines, protesters barricade section of GRA axis of Aba Road in Port Harcourt over sealing of NDDC office by Rivers State Government. President Muhammadu Buhari mobilizes APC governors for APC-endorsed candidates for National Assembly leadership. ASU directs members to boycott 2019 personnel data verification exercise by federal government. And on the foreign scene, Spain's governing socialists win country's third election in 4 years. And now the details. It has been almost 1 week since the Rivers State government sealed off the head office of Niger Delta Development Commission on Aba Road in Port Harcourt for alleged non-remittance of tax, and the move is not going down well with some stakeholders. This has led to a protest at the office of the NDDC by some groups in the Niger Delta region. The protesters, who are mainly youths and women, wore black attires and blocked a section of the Aba Road to demand the immediate unsealing of the office of the commission. Some of the protesters who spoke to our correspondent Uchendu Ojewo claimed that the continued sealing of NDDC was frustrating ongoing job opportunities for young people and development in the region.
Well, the only negative interest in this is that because everybody will be jobless, and when people are jobless, a lot of crimes comes in. And when whatever matters they have with the government, they have to sort it out. But let them not suffer the masses that doesn't know anything about this litigation. Let them open up the place and let them work it so that the crime rate will reduce in the state and the nation at large.
Why women are here? See that there's lost NDDs. Our children are working through this road construction and other things, school and other things, and it's helping us. That this NDDC is helping us. And if they close them, where are we going? What are we children? What our children go work? this road, how we go do am? May they help us open am. We no want make they close the NDDC for us. Na there we dey find our daily bread.
On his part, the leader of the protesters, Benjamin Yemeche Eke, alleged that the actions of the government have political undertone, just as he threatened that the protest would continue until their agitations are adhered to.
It will turn out to be a situation where restiveness will go on the high. So we have to call the government in power, that's the state government, for them to come, let them sit down on a round table and discuss why this place is open and the commission is working. There is an undertone. If there is no undertone, I don't see any reason why they should shut down these gates and now ask them to bring their books for them to go to IRS on the news. They said they should bring their books for them to go, and then they said they pay their tax. That is left for them to sit down on a round table and discuss, not shutting down the commission. We will continue coming here until they unseal the gates.
And now the Rivers State Police Command has denied reports that 42 persons and 7 policemen were killed in the state and that a corpse was arrested at Aoda East local government area. The command, in a statement by its spokesman, DSP Namdi Omoni, says that the said reports are false, unverifiable, fake news, and do not bear true semblance of the situation in the state. He added that the reports that smear campaigns intended to lower